It's now time for another episode of the Offroad Toolbox, a Jeepers guide to everything off-road, powered by Best Price Trailers.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode. We're going to kind of continue on with being ready for the hurricane season. We're getting to the end of the month of May here, so here's a few more things that we need to talk about and just kind of let you know what's out there.
Yes, start planning, have an idea, and do things now versus waiting.
Yeah, because you wait, you've lost.
Correct. And from lessons learned from the past year, whether it's the flooding, tornadoes, or hurricanes our country's experienced this past year, there's been a lot of takeaways.
So let's say a hurricane or tornado hits you. What are you going to do for communication? That's the question I'm putting to you right here and now.
So for me, I'm okay because if you look,
you've got toys.
He's got all kinds of toys.
Show and tell.
So like this is always in my Jeep. It's in the back, and when I need it,
What is it?
it's a ham radio.
That's a ham radio. Little ham.
It's a ham. It's 25 watts. Yeah, it's not the big,
Yeah.
but I have the antenna. But I have 25 watts. I have this. So this is my mobile radio. It has multiple frequencies.
Yeah.
So, what you bring that up is we're lucky we're in Florida because we have SARNet, which is a state amateur radio network. So with that, it's actually run through the EOCs. So if you know
EOC?
Emergency Operations. Good point. Emergency Operations Center. So when your cell phone towers go down, cell phone lines go down, internet goes down, and you're trying to call for help, and you need help, I can go out to my Jeep, or even with this one, my handheld, I can go to the channels for the SARNet, and I can say, hey, here's my emergency, here's what I have, here's what we need, and I have some form of communication.
Yes. And during a time of emergency, you don't have to have a call sign.
Or yes, if you're not a ham operator in any type of emergency,
Right.
It doesn't have to be a hurricane. It could be a car accident. It could be anything. Yes, you can call for help.
But you need to know how to use it.
That's the big thing.
And that's, we learned because we started up the search and rescue team.
Correct. We had a lot. I mean, learning comms is not. You're lucky if you have a radio that you turn on that's already programmed.
And which one's that? Which one's that?
This is actually, it's made by Rugged Radios, one of our old sponsors.
Yep.
But it's a Bofang. It's actually one of the Bofangs you can't have anymore because
The power's too high.
and it's on multiple
Frequent.
So I go from GRMS to ham to something else. To something.
With that little one. That little thing
Yeah,
right
that's
there.
5 watts. This is 6 watts.
And I've got 10 of them.
Actually,
What's that one? Show
this
that
is
one
a
to the camera.
Jesus is a good one. Jesus makes a really good product, and this is HF, VHF, and high frequency, or VHF.
Yes.
So I have multiple bands in this. This was one of my work ones when I traveled in the world. So all I have to do is change. I have different antennas. This is a tri-band antenna that was custom made, but I have other antennas. So if I want to use the marine band, I put on the marine band antenna. If I want to do aircraft, I put a different antenna on. I can talk to aircraft, and then again, all the HF is the way to go. High frequency, it carries longer, but this on any trip I travel, even in the U.S., this is always in my vehicle. When I go on my government trips, this is always in my bag.
Do you carry all of those or just
this one?
Just that one?
Just this one. And then usually when we get to wherever we get, we have actually, so if I'm doing marine side, we have marine radios. If we do other things, we have other government radios. But this is always lesson learned, I carried it. And it works, and it's already pre-programmed. So I have frequencies in it. But so we talk about, here's all these frequencies.
Yes.
But if you don't know them and you don't know your radio, and the radio is not programmed,
How are you going to get to it?
So the point of this is to be prepared because cell phones are going to go down, power lines are going to go down. If you're lucky enough to have Starlink,
you can use Starlink.
Starlink worked in all the storms. Actually, they brought them everywhere.
They brought them up into the Carolinas.
Everywhere. So yeah, Florida, Carolinas, and it was the thing that saved them. Kind of interesting in North Carolina is people with ham radios were actually calling outside and getting help, and then relaying messages. In some cases, there was rescue teams within a mile because you had no comms. And the ham radio operators, the person that needed help could radio actually farther away.
Right.
And then they would call in to that area, and that area was able to get back to the fire or police to get up some help.
So the biggest thing to take away from this, yes, GMRS is great, but you're not going to be able to reach out to what you need to should you be in dire need.
Correct. And I agree with that. In one of the hurricanes, our GRMS, our neighborhood, there's somebody in the neighborhood, and all that little cluster had them, and I could hear them talking and checking each other all night long.
Yeah.
In that particular case, if they had an event, then I heard it, I could
jump.
I could
on
relay.
it
I could relay.
And that's something to think about too. Is if you live in a community where you may not know your neighbor, but get to know your neighbors.
True.
And
it was interesting because it was this little cluster, and they're at the far end of our subdivision. But I could hear them during the hurricanes checking on each other. It was just kind of like, hey, my wife goes, "What are you doing?" Because I put it on scan mode, and, and anything popped up in the frequencies, they were doing it. And that's something. But I agree with you. You want longer range, so the longer range is going to be the VHF, which is very high frequency, versus the ultra high.
So you were sliding into their DMs.
It was open air. It's open network, but
it's open network, but
Yeah, okay.
And I actually didn't talk to them unless they needed help. I just didn't. But I was you're able to hear like, hey, are you guys still doing okay? All right. Hey, I heard a tree go down.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. All right. It wasn't us. It was kind of neat. I've seen whole neighborhoods that do it.
I went online, found a list of all the different frequencies that different things use. Like 34.9 is a national emergency channel for National Guard. I didn't know that they had that.
Yes.
I've learned some stuff from just doing this. How about National Relief Operations Channel for Red Cross? That's on 47.42.
I knew they had it. I just didn't know the frequency.
I didn't know what it was.
I knew
either.
they had one because dealing with the Red Cross at tornadoes.
FEMA channel for disaster relief operations. You can listen in on that or talk to them if you need be. I mean, this list has got a lot of stuff that we're going to post up on both the website and on the Facebook page. So make sure to jump over there and download it. If nothing else, have it in a file around the house. So if you have the ability to talk, you know where to go to and talk.
And so look at these things now. You can buy. I mean, you can buy these radios on Amazon.
Yeah, for like $40, $50 maybe. And
there's a whole bunch. And there's actually a guy in North Carolina that it's called an RTO, radio telegraph operator.
Yep.
But he charges $500, and he gets $500 for a 3-day course.
Ouch!
It is, but he's doing well.
But
there's nobody else is doing it.
Yeah,
really,
because it's actually an art, and it's a lost art.
He's prior military. He was a commo guy, and so in North Carolina, he actually went to North Carolina and set up networks for whole communities that lost everything. And they got a hold of him. He came up there and brought some gear, and if you know what you're doing with repeaters or simplex, duplex, and all the stuff that goes with it,
right?
You're able to set things up, and in this case, it pays off. I'm still amazed. $500 for a 3-day course, but he's the only one that's doing it.
Yeah.
So you're going to pay for what, and you got to go to North Carolina. He does a couple of road trips. He's doing a few road trips. There's another guy called the Tech Prepper that's on YouTube, and he started this was just a hobby and a passion for what goes on, and he was wanting to be prepared, and he just kept growing and learning and learning. So he can take this and hook it to his computer,
and he can talk around the world.
Or send text messages through this and through a computer.
Through that particular model,
a radio like this, yes,
okay.
Yes,
and because where his location was, he can hit a repeater. On other ones, he has man-portable packs that put out 100 watts, and he's able to do things. And he's got antenna. He's grown from 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And he is now he knows his stuff.
Some of these guys, they have 10 by 10 comm shacks. It's nothing but comms and antennas. It's like, what?
Yeah. But this guy, and he started. So it's just interesting to see how he's grown and what he does. And you ought to see him on some of his things. He talks, he's got his license. He's doing it, but they're developing whole networks. And there's places in South Florida, CERT teams, community emergency response teams, that they do once a month calls throughout the whole area.
Yeah.
And South Daytona has one. So a few of the areas that have these CERT teams get on there and check their comms, and they do some good checks.
My suggestion is, if you're not fully aware of what ham is, they do have different radio clubs in your area. Seek them out.
Including here.
Yeah.
All over, you're going to have, was it AARLL, and so all these different groups and React. But there's some good groups that'll help you, teach you, actually put you through the test.
Can you find those on social media?
Or just Google them. And social media, yes.
Yeah.
And they have, monthly meetings. And so you can go and take the prep course. And there's even online prep courses now. I'm going to upgrade from a technician to a general so I can get into more of the HF stuff, just because until I fill up all my contracts for the summer.
Call you General Bart?
No. It was just, General is a classification. You have, technician, general, and I believe it's extra.
Extra, and then there was one more. I thought.
I think I only went to 3 from the 4 days.
Okay,
so you don't have to learn Morse code.
Yeah,
you don't have to learn Morse code anymore.
Nope. But you do have to know a little bit of that. You learn electronics
Yes,
and how
you
they
do.
work.
And ohms and
ohms
resistance.
and resistance and all that. So it's entailed. That's why I kind of went, I'll stick right where I'm at.
I know. But they make a lot of online courses now, so you can just do it and actually do the testing and get it. So,
But I mean, invest in what you can for radios. Get to know your neighbors.
yes.
Learn what's available in your area as far as clubs. I mean, these clubs have monthly meetings, just like a Jeep club.
Yes.
And they talk about whatever. And if you don't know, you can ask a question.
Oh, they'll help you. They're pretty good.
They want you to learn.
And these ham radio clubs are like Jeep clubs. They're a good group of people, and they'll help you.
It's just like having a lift party.
Yes.
They do kind of the same thing with the electronics.
Yes.
That they help you set up. Hey, I want to set up a repeater. Okay, well, come on. Let's teach you a little bit about a repeater.
Yeah.
And you set it up, and away you go.
And it's just so the days of always thinking cell phone's the answer, we're finding out, but I have a backup plan.
Without a doubt.
We saw it fail just last year.
Well, we've seen it fail just about every time with storms that come through here.
Yes.
I mean, you only got so much generator fuel for these towers, and if you're not by a tower and it goes down,
or the tower gets destroyed. How many we've had numerous towers destroyed. Now, AT&T and some of the other ones actually have emergency response teams, and they will actually go to the area, but it's after the winds get below
X amount, just like
35,
just like the power company.
And then they'll come out, and then they'll put their portable generators. But so that can be a day or two.
Yeah,
and it's something to think about.
It's also if they can get to it, because if there's water,
they won't
get to that tower, but they'll bring in their own portable towers.
Well, they will, okay.
And then they'll put them up
in that general area.
But it's not as high, so
Right.
you're not going to have the coverage.
Okay.
You're not going to have the coverage.
So our radios can be powered by solar.
Yes, they can be.
It's not hard to do a setup for that. I mean, you can go to Harbor Freight and get a solar panel, a battery, and a controller.
Yep.
For $150.
Yes.
And that'll keep your batteries up to charge.
Correct.
Plus, two is you can charge other things with it.
Yes.
Maybe. So that's something to think about. We went over to high frequency. We went over to VHF.
UHF.
Global reach, like you said, it can be on a computer.
Daytime versus night. Actually, if you really get into it, when it's not the satellite, what's space station?
Yes, you can talk to the space
station. You can
station.
talk to the space station.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
With a low watt radio. It just takes the delays there. But how cool is that with this walkie-talkie? You can talk to the space station. They'll talk back to you. You have to set up appointments and times.
Right.
It's just kind of neat, though.
But that's our technology.
It is. I mean, actually, it's old school technology. I mean,
yeah, because that's how they communicated with the Apollo crews
Yes.
and all that. Is they had listening stations around the world.
Yep.
And that's how they'd find out what's going on. Now I want to touch on CB radios. CB radios are not going to help you in these situations.
In our area, if you're out in the mountains and you have good clear range and you don't have a lot of trees,
point to point,
they can carry. Otherwise, you're right.
You just kind of
Correct.
in the wind.
And there's not as many people with CB radios as there are.
Yeah, because everybody's going over to
GMRS,
ham, and satellite.
Yes.
So,
true.
And kind of talking about, the radios are going to play a lot into what we do and what you're going to do. You want that backup plan. You want to make sure that you're able to communicate. I mean, Lord help you if something major happens, how are you going to get help?
Correct. And luckily, again, here in Florida, because we have that SAR net.
We're good.
So you can call for help. I mean, if it's heart attack, somebody, whatever, that you're going to get help.
And as far as hurricane stuff, our technology is getting better and better every year with that.
Yes.
I mean, this year they were able to say, hey, we can pinpoint more better of where it's going to hit.
Correct.
3 days out.
Yes.
Whereas it was like a day out for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. The cone of uncertainty was always there, and it was always wide.
Up to sometimes 1,000 miles.
Yeah. So now they've tightened that down with the new software and all the crunching and all they do in that side. So that's going to be a plus for us too. So like we were saying, this is just to kind of make you aware the storm season is here upon us. I know the Midwest, they're dealing with the tornadoes right now.
Yes.
So in a way, this kind of reaches to them too. But theirs is quick, simple. Well, I shouldn't say simple. It's just quick and it's over.
Yep. And whether it's wildfires, tornadoes, floods, hurricanes, we don't deal with earthquakes, but other parts of the country do. Yeah.
And we're dealing with some fires.
That's what I'm saying. Fires
right now. Yeah.
So fires is again, it's another thing, especially when you lose a cell phone tower from the flames from the fire,
which happened last week.
Yeah,
2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, all right, I think that's about it. That's kind of a wrap on the storm season for us.
Study, have a plan,
be safe.
Yes.
Be prepared. Scouts honor, all that good stuff.
All right, that works for me.
All right, guys. With that, we appreciate y'all listening in. We will see you next time.
And there you have it. Don't you feel smarter now? We'll drop more knowledge on you soon. Thanks for listening to the Off-Road Toolbox, powered by Best Price Trailers.